Hurricane Helene was a devastating Category 4 hurricane that occurred in September 2024. It caused massive landslides, lots of flooding, and record-breaking rain levels. Hurricane Helene had a huge impact specifically in the Appalachian areas, and this documentary is going to go through some of the accounts from residents that live in the surrounding area of Boone.
Well, I was overseas at the time, and my dad was going through the process of purchasing a house over in eastern Tennessee, right across the border. The process was kind of delayed because nobody could access the house or the whole community that was on top of the mountain, since everything from Boone to Tennessee was washed away in the floods. Once we got back from our trip overseas, we tried to go up and finally access the cabin that he had just bought. And it wasn't fully cleared yet, so the first form of transport was donkeys and mules carrying chainsaws and packs of water and food.
It was really an unprecedented time. I mean, none of us really expected it to hit as hard as it did. Even like the campus, I remember it was a game day the weekend before because it was family weekend. And they had still expected us to move our cars off to the satellite lots, which ended up flooding, and so I know, thankfully, all of the people close to me were able to get their cars out and didn't have any damage, but I know a lot of people did struggle with that. The day that it really started pouring, I remember walking with some of my friends to just try to get food, and the dining hall was shut down at that point. I think it was just the market that was open, and even leaving from my dorm hall to the market was just a difficult experience because, umbrellas only help so much. And we kind of got to the point where we realized we have to go home. 421 had already started caving in, and I didn't have my car, so I didn't know how I was going to get home. And some of my friends offered oh, I can drive you, and they realized we lived in complete opposite directions, but they were still willing to do that, which was really powerful to me because through that disaster we were still able to keep our bond close-knit. And then we were out of school for almost, I think it was close to a month.
It was really scary. We couldn't really tell exactly what was going on. None of us had service. My bedroom started flooding because I live in the basement of my house, so we were just trying to frantically pull my belongings out of the floor, out of the water. And me and my mom had to go outside and essentially just dig a trench for the water to run the other direction into a field. The carpet in my bedroom, it's a concrete floor and the carpet was just over it. So there were all these little dips in the concrete where water was pooling and we couldn't get it all out of the carpet. So we ended up just having to strip the entire room. It was just a terrifying day. Then a tree branch fell across my driveway, so we were trapped for 2 days at my house.
Trees continued to fall after the hurricane hit, and we still have trees that are hanging overhead a lot of our roads, so it's not really certain if I'm going to be able to get home a lot of days.
There's a lot of lasting effects on the community. There are still a lot of houses that haven't been fixed. There's still debris in certain areas that never got picked up and taken away.
There are some areas where you still drive by and you'll see that they were torn down because of the hurricane. Our community ended up kind of reshaping itself towards a stronger one because of the disaster.